welcome to another video. Today we are diving back into the world of feng shui, and it's been a minute, but I've already done a few videos about feng shui basics. We went over the wealth corner, and then we are going along the back of the house, and then we went to the fame and reputation center, and now we are going to the love corner. Now, when you walk into the front door of your house, or the door that you use the most, from there, the back right-hand corner is going to be your love corner. Love and relationships. So everyone can benefit by energizing and fixing the energy in this area of your home. Even if you are a single person who wants to remain single, you still have relationships in your life. This can help improve business relationships, family relationships, the relationship you have with the person checking you out at the grocery store. We have relationships with everyone that we encounter throughout the day. So by strengthening and improving the energy of this center of your home, it can then extend out into your life and just make every interaction you have with people go a little bit smoother. So as with anything in feng shui, the first thing you want to do is clean. And we have gone over this in my other videos so much, but energy is something that wants to move around and it wants to be able to flow and do things. And if you have a bunch of junk sitting around, these are blockages and the energy can't flow around. It's just like stuck and it's not ideal at all. It doesn't feel good. It feels restricted. So the first thing you want to do is get rid of stuff, especially things that are like baggage. So think about in the love and relationship area, you don't want to bring old baggage around for your new relationships, right? So especially things that are from an ex relationship or anything that's in that area that makes you feel down. You want to feel uplifted in your surroundings. Anything that's going to depress you, you don't want that anywhere in your house. It doesn't matter what area it's in. You don't want any area of your life to feel like that. So you absolutely want to first get rid of piles of stuff. Go through, organize, get rid of. You create all this new space for new energy to come in. And it's happened to me so many times before that when I get rid of something that I actually want in my life just shows up, because now there's an empty space for it. Like if you have everything already, you don't have any space to let anything new in. You don't have any space to let anything flow. There's no new ideas. There's no new passion. There's no new anything. So again, first get rid of your piles of stuff, and then you need to actually physically clean. Get rid of the dust, mop the floors. My love corner is actually my laundry room. And it's not ideal for many reasons. But in feng shui, there are so many fixes that you can do, and we're going to get into all of those. But in my corner, because it's in the laundry room, I need to be extra careful of thinking about getting rid of the dryer lint and things like that, actually pulling it out, cleaning everything out of it. So depending on where it is, there's certain little things that you might have to like deep clean. Like if your kitchen is in your love corner, I would recommend taking everything out of your fridge and just like really scrubbing it down, vacuuming inside of the drawers, like the whole everything. You just want it to be clean, clean, clean. Then after you have a clean slate and all this fresh energy abounds, then you can put things in the area that are going to support the feelings and energies that you want and need around you to help enhance the relationships in your life and make them happy and flowing and peaceful. So of course, in every area of your home, you don't want things that make you feel negative, things that are bringing you down. But in this specific area, there are a few other things that you don't want. So in artwork or pictures, you do not want to have pictures of single people or of just like one person looking at the stars. As beautiful as that picture may be for you, it is not an ideal situation to have a picture like that in your love and relationships corner, because you're putting that energy out there that you want to be alone and you don't want your relationships to be better with other people. So again, even if you are single and you want to stay single, you still want to have good flowing energy relationships with other people in your life. So that's something that could be affecting it. on that same note, you don't want single items. If possible, you want pairs of items. So if you're going to have a candle, have 2 candles. If you're going to have a crystal, have 2 crystals. Putting things in pairs is really ideal in this space. Another thing to think about is the shapes of objects. So you don't want any like sharp objects. You want things to be more like comfortable and luxurious. So a lot of people recommend using fabrics in this area, like silks and velvets and things that are just very like pleasant to feel. It's not really a good place to have TVs or computers because those are distractions. You want to be able to focus on the people and relationships in your life without distractions, especially games. You don't want games around because not only a distraction, but also that is symbolism for playing games in your relationships. And I don't think anybody wants that. The element that kind of rules over the love corner is earth, but also fire. So water is not something that is ideal to have in this area. So this is not the kind of place where you want to put a water fountain to increase the energy, not at all. And like I said, my area is in my laundry room. So not only do I have a huge water feature in there, which is the washing machine, we also have a sink in there. It's also where I keep a lot of water storage. I'll show you everything. I'm gonna show you everything exactly as it is. And it's not terrible in there, but I'm going to show you as it is, and then we're going to clean it up and energize it and do everything to it to make it ideal. So water is not something that is great in that area. And what I'm going to do to combat that is to put things that represent fire and earth in there to kind of counterbalance that energy. Things that we do want in that corner, the colors that you're looking for are pinks and reds, peaches and white. Those are all colors that are going to give you the best energy possible in this area. And this kind of goes for every area too, but lots of plants are very, very healthy. I am trying to create a mini jungle in the house at the moment, and we have a lot of plants in here right now, and we're about to have more. It's getting to be a little bit colder, so we're bringing a lot of stuff in from outside. And plant energy is just wonderful to have in a space because it's breathing and living, and it gives you this wonderful, it's just such good energy. I love plants. Hello. And even if you're in like a low light area and you can't have real plants, you can even substitute a fake plant because it's still the intention and the energy of bringing something uplifting into the area. Other good things you can put in the area are little lights. I remember when we were talking about the wealth corner, we were talking about putting a little red nightlight in certain rooms. You could put a little pink nightlight in this room. It would be really good. Natural light is wonderful. Again, with any room in feng shui. So having blinds, if you can open them, that's wonderful energy. It just gives you like a new life, and sunlight has such wonderful, amazing presence in itself. Any kind of love symbolism, like hearts, of course, symbolize love, but anything that symbolizes love to you, it's a great place to put things like that. If you have love notes from your partner or birthday cards, anything that people are telling you how much they love you, things like that, the energy that these items have in them, it's a wonderful energy to add to this area to enhance it. And also photos and paintings of pairs. If you have a really cute, if you are in a couple and you have a cute picture of you two together, this is an amazing place to put it. But also if you have artwork of like romantic getaway spots, something that just gives you like a romantic type feeling, that kind of artwork is great to put in there as well. And again, anything fire energy, earth energy. And so I'm going to be putting a lot of crystals in my area that represent fire and earth energy to try to counteract all of the water I have in that room. So let's actually go take a look at the room and see what's going on. First, I'm actually going to show you. So here is our house, the layout of it. Unfortunately, we have a little cutout that goes into our love corner. So we're like missing an area. This is something that can happen in feng shui, but as with everything else, there are solutions to help you fix things like this. So if you have a little cutout in this area, a great thing to do, if you can go outside and plant red or pink flowers, that would be absolutely amazing. If you have a tree out there, you can hang a wind chime in it. If it happens to be like a piece of pavement or something you can't really do much to, take a little bit of like paint out there and paint a heart just for a symbolism on the pavement. You can try to energize. So you have this corner and it doesn't go out as far as you want it to. So the corner that you do have, you can energize. You can hang a little crystal in the corner, put a mirror behind it to kind of amplify that energy, put a picture of a couple, like anything really strong symbolism put in the corner of that place, putting a mirror behind it to amplify it. That helps you counteract that whole thing. Luckily, or by divine intervention, just because everything flows wonderfully in life, our house already came with pink and red flowers outside of that area, and they bloom all the time. It's not like a once a year blooming thing. So right now it's November and they are blooming for maybe like the 5th time this year. It's so exciting that they're blooming right now. So I'll show you those too. Yeah, let's go look at the laundry room. There it is. It's not terrible in here. It's not terrible. And because I'm already into feng shui, I do already have things in this room for the love corner, but we're gonna fix it up so much more. As I said, it's not terrible in here, but it is not ideal. So first of all, I know you're looking at that painting first, but that's not what we're gonna talk about first. We're gonna talk about all this storage I have in here. And this is where we keep a lot of shoes, not great. Like I said, I have a lot of water in here because of the washer, because of the sink, but also I'm on this huge distilled water kick, and this is where I keep all of my water. We also have hurricane water in here, boxes. Oh my gosh. So I am not saying this is like the worst thing I've ever seen. It's fairly organized, but I'm going to go in and organize it more. More water. There's just water everywhere, and towels and blankets and cleaning supplies. So it definitely needs a little bit of work, and it's going to take all day probably. But besides that, that's really all that's in this room. The door closes. I mean, it's fairly clean, fairly organized. I even have my mop and my broom in a pair. How good is that for the love corner? In the window, as you can see, I have things paired up as well. So I have an orgonite on each corner. I have an orgonite in the middle that is pink. And I have just crystals on both sides of that. I have a little moss agate, Merkaba in here. And that's really good earth element. And then I have some pieces of black tourmaline in here. It's kind of like gridded for protection, but everything's in even numbers over here. And I definitely did that on purpose. Then, as you can see, I can't think of a better painting or piece of artwork to have in a relationship room than this. This painting is called Soulmates, and we got this at an art auction, and I will link the person's Instagram who did this. She's an amazing artist, and part of me felt a little bit guilty for putting this in a laundry room because it's just so beautiful, but the symbolism of this is just so incredibly perfect for a love corner. I just can't get over it. But so then I have that painting and that painting. So I guess that's an uneven number. I'm gonna have to think about that. Plants, I do have plants in here, but one of them is struggling. So I should probably get rid of that and bring a healthier plant in. Over here, I have some love symbolism, the love you more sign. It's not only with hearts, it is a present that was given to me by my significant other, and it also has the colors that I want in this area. These crystals in general, I love having in an area. These crystals we mined together, so that's another like romantic thing, but also I'm just trying to bring in a lot of good energy. And then I have a big heart orgonite under here. Oh my gosh. So this is just a pink heart orgonite. It's really old, but I'm still using it. And then I have a piece of rhodonite over here. So that and that pairs, that and that pairs, piece of rose quartz, and then this is just a quartz point. So even numbers, even numbers. I have this that I keep our laundry detergent in. So I decided to add this to balance that out. Again, even numbers. And also the brown is really good for earth energy. So I'm trying to bring in as much earth and fire energy as possible. So I'm not doing too bad with the evenness of everything. And now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, I need one more painting in here. And I can put one over on that wall. Everything else over here is just like, so this goes in recycling, as does this. These, I'm not sure what to do about because, so right on the other side of this wall is the garage and Ryan's workshop. So he's always coming in this door and washing his hands in here. So he needs all this weird hand stuff. Looking on the bright side, at least everything's in pairs and we have a big red color, which is great for this area. So there's just a few things that I'm gonna have to do. The big one being cleaning these out and organizing them, adding another painting, and then I am going to add a lot more crystals. Dust everything off, I'm gonna mop everything. I got rid of the sickly looking plant, and to keep everything even, instead of bringing another plant in here, I'm going to use this earth element candle that I have. This was in an actual feng shui set. I think I actually used the fire candle in my last video when we were talking about the Fame and Reputation Center. And this is an earth energy candle, so I'm going to put this beside this little plant over here, and that's going to be its partner. And I think it'll be a much healthier energy than the flower that was kind of flailing a little bit. And I have a lot of crystals I'm going to put in here. The first one is Dalmatian jasper. I actually read that this was just good for the love area of the house, feng shui wise. And I think I'm just gonna find a little dish and put all of these in it. So I'm gonna do this one, and to pair with it, because I'm doing even numbers, I'm gonna do this little piece of petrified wood. Petrified wood is great because it's brown. This one has a little bit of red on it as well. And so the colors are good for here, but also it's petrified wood. So it's like earth element upon earth element. So it's very good for this area. And then tiger eye is supposed to be great for the love and relationship center. I happen to have a piece of red tiger's eye that I'm going to use because tiger's eye plus red, we need more red in this room. I need more earth fire energy to counteract all of this water that's going on. To pair with that one, I am going to use a piece of bloodstone. Bloodstone is great because it is a jasper, so it's very earth energy anyways. But this piece has a lot of red on it. It also has green, yellow. It's very earthy to me. So that is that. Again, with the jasper, I'm going to use this piece of polychrome jasper. It would probably be ideal if there was no blue on this piece, but I am going to use this. And then with this one, I am going to pair it with this piece of smoky quartz that is not yet cleaned, but Ryan and I found this when we were hiking together. So not only is smoky quartz great for this area, but also this is something that I found with the person I'm in a relationship with. So again, good energy upon good energy. So I'm gonna put these crystals in a little bowl and put them in here for some added earth and fire energy. And my bowl is green for earth. Just a cute little crystal bowl. Now, something else I could do if I was really worried about this area, which I'm not because it feels really good in here and I have a lot of counteracting things. Also, this piece of organite that we looked at earlier is in the shape of a triangle, which is great because it is also pushing this energy upwards. So the water, the whole reason you don't want water in certain areas. Okay, so you don't want water in this area because it's ruled a lot by fire, about like passion, and that's not something you want to water down. So that's a main reason why you don't want water in this area. But also in feng shui with drains, especially like toilets and washing machines, it's an energy that can drain the energy from whatever area that you're in, and you don't want to drain the energy from anywhere in your life. So anywhere in your house, it's a very good idea to keep all of your toilet seats down, to keep the lid to the washing machine down, because you're not trying to drain your energy anywhere in your life. So on that note, putting something that is in a pyramid or a triangle shape upwards, especially with the energy of the room that you are in, it is going to more counteract that balance of the whooshing, pulling water energy down. This is lifting it up. So this is a nice counterbalance for that kind of energy. However, if I was even more worried about it, something that you can do is hang a crystal above things that are not ideal in the feng shui energy. Hanging crystals is a very, very popular way to counteract energy. So if I really wanted to, I could hang a little crystal above the washing machine, and it wouldn't have to be like dangling all the way down. It could be a tiny little crystal all the way up there that people would hardly even notice. You could stick it up with a thumbtack, wrap it in some string and stick it up there. It's something that would be fairly simple to do. Now I need to find an appropriate painting to go on that wall. Luckily, it is not too hard for me to find paintings in my house because I am an artist and I have been painting for the past decade. So I have random canvases and paintings everywhere. And I had a couple of options that might work in here, but I might also paint something specifically for this area. But for right now, I found this. And remember, we were talking about the colors of areas. White is a really good color to have in this area. And I have this painting, and not only is it white, but it's also shiny and glittery, which reminds me of fire energy, but it's also a painting of a light. It's like a chandelier, so that's adding fire, bright energy. So I think that this is a really good option. This is so much fun to look at in the light. Oh my gosh. This is a really good option for in here, so I'm gonna hang it over there. Most of my paintings that you see around the house are for sale on my website. That painting I didn't do, that painting I didn't do. Most of the other paintings you see in the house are mine. Short people problems. So there is the new painting hanging up. Oh, I never showed you the flowers outside. Look how beautiful they are. It's just so perfect that we moved in and these flowers are just right here. And they are always blooming. It's crazy. I've never seen flowers bloom so much. Oh, it's a nice day out here. I guess that is it for me today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this. I hope that it inspires you to clean up your space a little bit and think a little bit more when you're in an area of your house. Think about how the objects in it are actually giving energy to your life. The coolest bird just flew right above me. I get so distracted by nature, I'm sorry. That is it for me today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all next time. So as I'm in here cleaning, I realized that it looks like we make our dog sleep in this sad little bed in this room, and that is not the case. She usually sleeps on my pillow. She's extremely spoiled. This is her sun tanning bed. So it's right by the back door. And when she goes outside, she likes to lay in the sun, and sometimes she likes to lay in a bed in the sun. So this is just her sun tanning bed. Don't feel bad for her, okay?